Hello everyone, welcome back to youtube.com/snapbolt, and I have an Ikoria draft for you on Magic Online here. This format seems pretty sweet. I've just done one draft so far with my brother, and this is my second draft, so still getting the hang of the format, but this format seems awesome. And we can take Ikoria Triome, Forest Island Mountain. I think I'm going to take that just to rare draft it if anything, but I think it's also just like a fine first pick. It seems like in this format you want to leave yourself really open and either to being rug or any color combination that these lands entail, or even just splashing for one of these other colors seems good to me. That being said, I guess this flyer is decent. Essence Scatter's fine. There's no like other great removal spells, so I'm going to take the land here and start with that. Ooh, wow. We could just go... Oh, is this foil Triome? I think it is. And I'm going to take it. Let's see. If that wasn't there, what would we take? Dire Tactics is just like a really good removal spell. Probably that. What does this mutate do? It's a 5 mana 4/4 and mutates for 4. It's a 4/4 Menace, and when it mutates, each player discards a card. That's a pretty strong card. If you have a creature out, you can just mutate it, get a 4/4 Menace, and they discard a card. But I'm going to take another Triome here. Now we have two Forest Islands, and Forest Island Mountain, Forest Island Swamp. We're pretty open at this point, and we can just basically take any card we want after this. Our mana is going to be great. I do not hate starting this way. Let's see. So when this creature mutates, target creature opponent gets -2/-2. That actually seems pretty good. I think that might be better than Deadweight. I just don't really know because I don't know this format that well, but I mean, we're going to be taking some strong mutate creatures, especially if we're a lot of different colors. And I guess only one of our lands for this is black, but this seems strong. This seems like really good, or pretty good, like if you're aggro deck, like if you're humans. First card I saw that I was thinking about taking was Deadweight, but I want to just try out Mambo. It's an uncommon, and if we pick up some mutate, like even a couple mutate creatures, this seems really strong. If you can activate this once, it seems great, and it's just a good body to mutate onto. It's a cheap creature, just a 1/1. Just put a creature in play that you can mutate onto later, and then you get an additional effect. Seems good to me. Alright, here, what do we have? I mean, I suppose there's a keep safe. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with Vigilance. So it gives something else Vigilance, and then it can start growing it after that. There's a 4 mana 3/3 that makes a 1/1. Seems fine, but not great. Maybe I just take a Rumbling Rockslide. This is just a pretty good removal spell. It's usually going to be 4 mana, deal 4 damage to a creature, and it can be better than that. I also saw this Wilt. I don't think I want to take Survivor's Bond. I think it's between like Keensight Mentor, the Counterspell, and the Rumbling Rockslide, and I'm going to take Rockslide here. So we have a black card, a red card, and 2 Triomes, so we're still really open. This card seems great to me as well. All you have to have is a creature in play, and then you have to tap it, yeah, but you exile a tapped creature. Okay, I thought it was exile any creature at first. Still pretty good. Put a +1/+1 creature, a counter on the creature that tapped as well, so it's pretty strong. That being said, I think I'm going to take this Lore Dracus. We already have one good thing to return, and otherwise it's like an easy to cast 2 mana 2/3 if we mutate, so seems strong. Wow, I just got a whack common instead. I just misclicked there. I don't know if I misclicked or didn't take a card in time, but That's pretty rough. We should have had a Lord Dracus, but we don't. Is what it is at this point. We're just going to have to play on from here. I think that was my bad. Oh man, that sucks. Moving on. I don't think we want weaponize the monsters. That doesn't seem good to me. We could take Crystal to stay like super open. Could take Gust of Wind. We have to control a flyer for it to cost 2. We have 8 seconds. Wow, these picks are going quick. We could take Thieving Otter. No, I'm just gonna take Crystal, and then we just stay like the most open. Just because I'm not that familiar with these cards, it's taking me longer than it typically would. I exile 3 enchantments. Doesn't seem great. We could take Gust of Wind or Convolute. Don't know if we could also just take Tiger. I think I'm just going to take Convolute here. Yeah. Counterspell seems really good in this format. It's basically just cancel. Not sure if that's good enough, but it's pretty easy to cast. It might be worse than Gust of Wind. Don't think I want Suffocating Fumes. I'm just going to take the Convolute and go from there. We've got the Blue Mentor. We have a Rugged Highlands. Shredded Sails. I think it's between those, and I think it's this Mentor. Putting a flying counter seems like pretty much the best ability out of all these cards, and then being able to pump your flyer seems good. This card seems strong. I'm going to take it. So we have some Grixis cards and good fixing. Bug and Rug. Tentative Connection doesn't seem great. This is a 5-mana 5/4. If it mutates, you get to discard a card and draw. I mean, it's a 5-mana 5/4 reach. We could potentially play that. It's not that exciting, but it also mutates, which is reasonable. Penguin, we can mutate onto that, but I think I'll just take a Shredded Sails. This card seems main deckable to me. You can kill their crystals. You can just kill flyers or just cycle it. Seems strong. Now I think I'm going to take land. I don't think I really want any of these. Don't think I want Blister Spit. Forbidden Friendship I think is fine. It's just like good value. But I think I'd rather have this land in case we just want to be just like base Rug. I think having the Thornwood Falls is more important. Return a human and a non-human. Alright, I'll take this. I'm not sure if that's where we want to be. Now here's another one. So there's a 5-mana either 3/5 Reach or 3/5 Vigilance. It's not very good, but I don't really want a second Survivor Spawn, so I'll just take this. Okay. Not the greatest start to pack 1, but reasonable. Alright, I think this card is strong. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile a red, white, or black creature from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 1/1 and it gains haste. So it only really works with come into play effects, but if we have red, white, or black creatures in the graveyard, it just makes 1/1s every turn. And if we have any come into play effects, like this, I mean, I know that's a blue creature, but I guess it makes a copy of this, and then if you mutate onto it, it still has mutate. I think I'm going to take it. We could also just take like an easy prey. I think I'm going to take the Offsprings Revenge. I'm not sure how great it is. There's also like a Fire Prophecy. This is a good Menace creature. I'm just going to take the Revenge. I think it has the highest upside. Easy Prey and Fire Prophecy I think are the 2 next best picks. But I want to take this and see if it's good. All right, there's second Zagoth Triome. When this creature mutates, return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. This card's really good as well. I think I'm just going to take another Triumph. I really like fixing. And now we can basically just be like Bug Splash Red if we want. Or we could be 5-color. Or we can just like continue to take good fixing and then take whatever cards we want. So I'm going to go with the Triumph. Alright. You take another Mentor. It's a little clunky. This is a 6-mana 6/4 first strike. And when you cycle it, you get to give something first strike. It's not bad. There's also another Convolute. I'm not sure how good this Smasher is, but I feel like it's decent. I feel like we're likely to play it. 6-mana 6/4 first strike is fine. There's also this Swallow Hole here. I think because it's exiled tap creature, it's not as good as I originally thought. And I think I'd rather have this Sanctuary Smasher. Alright, there's a Dreamtail, Heron, Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. How many like instants and sorceries do we have that's actually going to the graveyard? Not that many. Seems like we could play it, but I'm not sure how good it's going to be. I think I want to just take Heron. Mutate it onto something, make it a 3/4 flying, drawing a card, and then if you mutate again, drawing another card. Seems pretty strong to me. We also have this Mamba that we can utilize. Let's go Heron. Plus, it's just a 5-mana 3/4 flying with upside. Seems sweet. So it's looking like we're base, like most of our cards right now that we're taking, they seem open, are blue and red. And then we just have a black card and a white-black card. So we can easily be base blue-red and then playing whatever other colors we want. Hopefully taking all these Triumphs work out. There's a Sprite Dragon. Sprite Dragon seems very good to me. Especially we have a fair amount of non-creature spells already. Crystal, Convolute, Shredded Sails, Rock Slide. Just seems open. I think I'm going to take Dragon over like Dismal Backwater, up one Mind. Yeah. Frenzied Raptor seems like a fine playable as well. Just 4 power for 3 mana, but Sprite Dragon seems like a strong card, especially it's like right in our colors. I'm going to take it. Alright, another Convolute, an of one Mind, or a Frill Scale Mentor. Give something Menace. And it's a 3-mana 3/2. Yeah. I'm down to take this Mentor. There's also a Checkpoint Officer. But, again, we're just base blue-red at this point. Like, we might just be able to just be blue-red, and like we could be blue-red splash green and play all these Triumphs if we want. We don't have to play this. We could be blue-red splash white. We could still be some 5-color deck, but blue-red just seems like it's like all the cards that are getting passed to us. Now I think it's when we take Otter. Otter is a good card. Just like when you have Otter in play, the opponent, like your opponent can just be so scared of you just attacking, drawing a card, and like they could be like, oh, I'll just play my creature to block. Okay, you kill their creature and then attack, draw. That's such a good sequence for you. And I'm just saying this based on my first draft when my opponents played Otter against me. I was like, oh shit, it's actually pretty good. Let's take it. Alright, second Shredded Sails isn't great. Migration Path seems decently strong. So this is like a 4-mana 3/3, 5-mana 4/4, 6-mana 5/5. It's not that good. I guess it is good when you mutate onto it. Maybe we just take it. We don't have that much mutate right now. We have like only two mutate guys, but I think it's strong enough, and we can splash it so easily off our lands. I think it's worth it. This is a 3-mana 2/2 that's basically unblockable. This puts a Menace counter on something else, so it works with that. But that's all we have that works with it right now. This is a 4-mana 4/3 Menace. That's pretty good. We're kind of this like chunky Izzet deck. It's kind of weird. I think I'll just take this 4-mana 4/3 over the higher upside card. Alright. I'll take the 3-mana 4/2 now. I don't think I need this flash 3/3. Rather have a 3-mana 4/4 than a 5-mana 3/3. Alright, second Convolute or of one mind. Let's see. Do we have 2 humans? And a fair amount of non-humans as well. It's possible we're going to be able to trigger this. I think I'll take the divination here. Alright, I'll take another 5/4. We're going to want some power in the last pack. Our deck's definitely lacking some power. I mean, our lands aren't really helping us that much. It's just this draft didn't go exactly as I wanted it to. Don't think we're going to necessarily want to give anything double strike. The good news is with these lands, if we open up like most rares, we're going to be able to play them. Alright, this card is strong. Let's see. Can't really splash it that well off our lands. Channeled Force seems like it could be good. We could also just take a Swiftwater Cliffs. There's Evolving Wilds. This is a 4-mana 4/3. Trample. Creatures you control with Trample, essentially, you can just deal the damage straight to them if you want. It's okay. Don't think I want to take Skycat Sovereign. Just taking land seems so bad. I mean, I just have only blue and red cards with like an Ivy Elemental. Having another blue-red land seems good. I could just take Channeled Force though. Maybe I just take this. So if I have like a hand of 4 cards, I get to discard 3 cards, draw 3, and deals 3 damage to something. I guess that could be good. Not sure. I'll have to see how this card plays out. So if we cycle something, if you draw a card instead of exile cards until you exile a card that shows a card type with the exile card, you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. And it has cycling itself. I only really have one cycler right now. I could just take a Farfinder. That card's good. Could take a Wingspan Mentor though. I think I'm gonna take this. Giving like a big guy flyer seems really good. This draft just wanted us to be Izzet, I guess. Alright, well there's a third pick, Genesis Ultimatum. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to splash it for sure. It's a foil Genesis Ultimatum too. Let's go. Alright, let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of here. Now we're just Izzet Splash Rug. I mean, I can play Mamba too if I want. I guess I only have 2 black sources, so it's not worth it. No, I'm pretty sure I'm just Izzet Splash Rug. Our curve is terrible. We definitely need more 2s. We can value cheaper cards highly now, but getting this late Genesis Ultimatum does help pay off for these land picks a little bit, because all these lands add green. Alright, we got the Genesis Ultimatum in there. Sweet. Monstrous Step actually seems pretty decent to me. Basically, it's just like 5 mana, give something +7/+7. If you want, you can have one of their things block it and you can kill one of their guys, or up to 1, you can just not target anything, just give a flyer +7/+7 and kill them. So it costs 5 mana, yeah, that's a lot, but it's a pretty strong effect. It's a little clunky, but I think especially having 1 in your deck seems strong. And we're basically just Rug at this point. Definitely going to still play these Triumphs because they're still like island forests. So they still help us cast Genesis Ultimatum and are essentially an island. Alright, there's another Thieving Otter. There's a Tigerilla. There's an Excavation Mole as well, but I think I'd rather have Thieving Otter than that. Could take Adventurous Impulse, but green is kind of like our splash, and Thieving Otter seems great. We're just going to be this kind of clunky, like, is it dudes deck? Let's go double Thieving Otter. Alright, there's Frostlink. That's a good one, but I'm going to take Essence Scatter, I think, over Turtle and Poliwag. Let's see, we have double Cloud Piercer right now. We have Heron. And that's our only Mutate, I think. I don't think I need this Poliwag. Even though it's a 2-drop, I think this is like just a better 2-drop to leave up. And it's just good in the late game where Poliwag is not that great. I think because we have so many 3s, I don't want to take Frostlinks. Definitely going to take Essence Scatter here. Dolphin seems fine. 3rd Cloud Piercer, 2nd Frenzied Raptor. We have so many 3s. I don't really... Dolphin's fine. I think I'd rather have Frenzied Raptor. We're just going to be this clunky deck. I think it's better to take a 3 than a 5, though. Alright, now, I don't think Weaponize the Monsters is good. I could be good, but yeah, I want Turtle. Even if we don't start it, if we play against an aggressive deck, Turtle seems great. Might not start it though. 2nd Convolute or 2nd Tigerilla. There's also this 4 mana 4/3 trample that can't be blocked. It only works with itself right now. I guess that's better than... I guess Menace is actually better than that. And this could just be for 4 mana 4/3 trample, which is close to this. I think I'm going to take Tigerilla. I'd rather have just a Menace creature. Alright, Keep Safe isn't really a 2-drop. Shredded Sails at least cycles on 2. I think I'm going to take it. I just don't think we want another of One Mind as another 3-drop. Alright, I'll take a Rugged Highlands. I think that's better than another 3-drop. Just helps us cast Genesis Ultimatum. I think that's better than like an off-color 3 mana 3/3. Let's go Rugged Highlands. Not going to play Fully Grown, but I suppose I'll take it. Alright, now I'll take a Weaponize. Ooh, nice. Another Turtle. We can potentially just play these Turtles, because our deck's really clunky. Right now this is 16 land. I'm probably not going to play the Turtles and just plan on, like, again, just being really clunky. Maybe because of that we don't even want of One Mind. Like, it's going to be hard to double spell regardless. So human, human, human. We have 3 humans and then everything else non-human. We just only need to cut 1 card. I think I want this double Cloud Piercer just as 5 mana 5/4. Seems fine. I guess this is all can be like a 2-drop technically. Genesis Ultimatum actually seems good. If we just hit like a couple clunky guys, just put a bunch of creatures into play. Maybe I just take out the of one mind, and then if I'm in a grindy matchup, bring that in, and then if I'm in an aggressive matchup, I can bring in the turtles. I like that. This deck does not seem great, but we have some power, and we'll just see what we can do. Maybe all these mentors will get there. And I think I want double shredded sails just to be able to cycle on too, honestly, as funny as that is. Could take weaponize the monsters too, but I don't think we're going to really be able to leave up to that much where it's actually going to be that great. If we see a lot of things that can kill, then I'll consider playing it. Alright, now let's sort by color. So we have these 3 green cards, everything else is it. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green sources. That honestly might be enough green. Might want 1 forest. See how our blue, we have a lot of red cards. And we don't actually have that many red sources. We're going to need a lot of mountains. We have 4 islands and 2 mountains right now. So what I'm doing right now is I kind of see how many cards of each color we have and how many pips we have. Then I see how many sources of each color we have. So we have 5 sources of green. So we might not even need another green source, because by the time we get up to 7 lands, if we have 7 lands, we might just have like enough green by then if we have 5 green sources. So might play 0. Let's see if we go like 7-5. That gives us 9 red sources and 9 blue sources. That might be good, because those shredded sails I can always just cycle as well. So just like 9-9. Might want... No. I was going to say maybe even 1 more blue source. It's 9 blue sources and 9 red sources. And 5 green sources. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, let's go with this clunky deck and see if we can get there. I'll see you in round 1. Welcome to round 1. Man, this hand. You know what? I think our deck is like all 3 drops. I think I'm just going to keep this hand. Might be wrong, but we can always cycle Triumph if we want. We can also just play it. I think I'm just going to lead on Rugged Highlands. And try to, yeah, just going to lead on these 2 tap lands. And we can always cycle Triumph. And I'm just going to try to draw a 3-drop before turn 3. Because we don't even have that many 2-drops regardless. It's not really working out yet, but we can always cycle Triumph. Which I'm going to do at this point. We have so many lands. Alright, there's a Heron, which isn't even really a 4-drop. Just going to play Island, pass, and then plan on cycling Triumph. Our opponent's also just not doing anything. Wow, really not doing anything. They might have color problems. These Triumphs are good. Alright, there's the Genesis Ultimatum, which we could use the Triumph for, but we cycled it away. Now I'm tempted just to play this Triumph, because that puts another green source into play, which we need for this ultimatum. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to play it. We have 4 mountains in hand. So we just need... Actually, no. We have the proper mana for this ultimatum. We have... No. We have green, green. We definitely need more islands. Alright, you cast a 4/4 Menace, and if it mutates, we have to discard a card, which we don't care about. Alright, Sprite Dragon, red on time. We're actually not that close to casting this ultimatum. Green, green, blue, blue, red. So we need definitely another. We'll just see. Our mana's not bad though. Decide if I want to play Cloudpiercer or Heron. I don't know if I'm going to be able to draw off this anyway, but I guess I can't block this no matter what. I guess I'd rather play the 5 power guy. Sprite Dragon maybe into Genesis Ultimatum, eh? Maybe we'll just Genesis Ultimatum and get him. I can't block this. It has Menace. So both players just really not doing anything this game. 6 mana, all swamps. No idea what we're playing against here. Okay, he's mutating and making a sack a creature. And discard a card. That's pretty good. Gotta draw a removal spell for that. Okay, there's an island. So now we have blue, 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 green, green, red, red. So we have mana for Genesis Ultimatum next turn on 7. That's pretty incredible. I mean, if he mutates onto this again, we're going to have to sack our Dreamtail Heron. I could just go Sprite Dragon into mutate onto it, draw, and then attack for 3. And that's what I'm going to do. So let's cast with mutate onto here. Then we get to draw a card and hit for 3. Put Dreamtail Heron over. We want to put it over because then we get the power and toughness of Dreamtail Heron and all the abilities of Sprite Dragon. So we put it over. It mutates, we draw. Thieving Otter, it's a fine draw, I guess. And attack for 3. And next turn we go Mountain Genesis Ultimatum. I mean, hopefully we hit well. You put any number of permanents, most of our deck is permanents, onto the battlefield. Hit a couple 3-drops, some lands, maybe a 5-drop. Sounds good. He's playing a bunch of 4/4s over there. Wow. He's really going off. We have to sack. And he can return permanents from his graveyard to this hand. We have to discard a card. Alright. So we discard Mountain. And then we're just going to slam a Genesis Ultimatum. Hopefully that's good enough. Alright. Let me just double check here. So yeah, blue, 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 green, green, red, red. Red, red, blue, 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 green, green. Cast an Ultimatum. Looks like we hit some stuff. So I don't know if I'm able to mutate this, but I don't think I even want to. We'll put all 4 of these hits onto the battlefield. We'll give Tigorilla Menace, I suppose. And then when this enters, I put a Menace counter on target non-human. I'll give my Dinosaur Menace. And I could play Triome, but I think I'm going to want to cycle it, because next turn I can play Otter, leave up Convolute, and leave up Cycle Triome. So that wasn't like an insane ultimatum, but it was pretty good. I mean, again, our deck's pretty clunky. Is this guy like mono black, or is he just really having trouble? Does he have another mutate creature to just go off? Wow, attacking. Still just a 4/6. Don't want to go for like a triple block or a double block or anything. I think I'm just going to take 4. Then I can tack back for a bunch of damage. Leech main phase. Interesting. Alright. The good news is I'll have Convolute up. Bad news is he has 9 power. But I also have 9 power Menace. And I have an Otter back to block Blitz Leech. So I'm going for this. I guess I'm going to play land. Play Otter. I could cycle Triome now. I guess I should have cycled before playing Otter. That was a misplay, but we'll see if it ends up mattering. Channeled Force. Okay, I'm going to attack actually. Both of these guys have Menace, and that's lethal next turn. And he actually does not have lethal on board, plus I have a blocker for his 5/2 right now, and a Convolute up. So he really has to do something decent here to get out of this, I think. And we have a Channeled Force in hand. And potentially kill his Blitz Leech. Alright, there's the forest. 3 mana. This also has Menace. Mutate onto this, Jesus. So we can search his library for a basic land. He can make us sack a creature and return a permanent from his graveyard to his hand. So basically he gets a land and we have to sack a creature. I mean, I can just sack Thieving Otter here. And he's going to have to stay back to block. Because I have 2 big creatures with Menace. I think that's okay. Oh, he's not mutated. Oh, I think he is actually. Because I think it targeted this. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, and we have to discard a card. That's annoying, but... Okay, he gets to search his library for a basic land. I'm going to sack Otter here. Sack Otter. Discard a card. I'll discard Channeled Force. And he doesn't have great attacks. And we have Convolute. Because he can only attack us down to 1. Probably just Convolute this no matter what it is. Put a lifelink counter on target creature you control. Yep, can't allow that. He has to leave both his guys back here, I think. Yep. So if we draw a removal spell, he's dead. Very interesting. Up to 1 other creature blocks it. That's so interesting, actually, because if I give one of my guys +7/+7 and make him block, I think he has to double block. Because my guy has Menace also. Because one of his guys will be able to block, and then the other one will have to block. But if I don't make him block, he's just going to block anyway. So he has 4/9 power. So if I just pump my Tigerilla and make him block, I kill both his guys, and none of my guys die. So let's do it. That was a great draw. Choose 1 target creature blocks if able. I'll make that block, and then both of his guys are gonna have to block. Attack with both. And then he has to block here too because of Menace. Which he might just be realizing right now. Yep. I kill his team. Then he has 2 cards in hand versus my 2 creatures. That was a great draw. Yeah, he's like, no, this is an illegal block. He has to block this with this. So therefore, this has Menace. He has to double walk it. And then I hit him down to 3 and have 2 lethal creatures, both with Menace. Genesis Ultimatum getting there. Looks like. Yeah, he concedes. Dope. Let's go game 2. So he's black-green, like kind of value, kind of mutate based. Definitely don't want turtle. Don't even think I want Of One Mind. Seems decent. I think his draw was bad. Do you want like a 3/5? Probably not. What about our Survivor's Bond? I don't think so. Just gonna run it back. Let's go. This hand's not great. I'll keep it though. We're on the draw. If we just draw any mountain, which we have 9 red sources, this hand's good. If not, we still have Convolute or Mentor, and there's mountain. I mean, see, this hand doesn't seem great, but a lot of our hands are just going to start at 3. This deck is just pretty bad. It's just clunky. Our opponent's deck looks pretty clunky as well. It could be a sign of the format. Wow, no 3-drop from our opponent. I'm just going to plan on going Frenzied Raptor into Wingspan Mentor, because I can just give my 4/2 flying. Or I can also just give it Menace. This puts more power down. Seems good as well. 4/4 return of permanent, that's fine. Can also leave up Convolute, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of like just giving my guy Menace, attacking, and then after that I have Wingspan Mentor to do something else. Can also Heron onto this draw card, but I don't think I want to do that yet. I think I'm just going to Frail Scare, because this is a 3 Frail Scare, yeah. I think I'm just going to do this, because this puts 3 more power into play, and makes my guy unblockable this turn. Then if he plays another creature wanting to block this, I can always just Wingspan Mentor next turn on either of my guys. And he's probably going to attack for 4, try to race, and it's going to be tough against this Wingspan Mentor. He's just casting this. Okay, this just makes us discard cards. I don't really care about that. Thieving Otter. So I can mutate onto this, make it a 5/4. That doesn't seem great because that'll just like 2-for-1 ourselves. What I can do is just play Wingspan Mentor, target this, hit for 7, and then he'll probably hit back for 8. Let's see. If I Wingspan Mentor, hit for 7, I hit him down to 9, and then next turn I can hit for 10 if I mutate onto the Wingspan Mentor. So that's lethal. I'm going to just go for this line. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I can only do this onto target non-human. Damn. That's just unfamiliarity with the cards right there. Okay. So I have a Menace flying 4/2. It's just probably a misplay there. If I went Heron onto Mentor right now, could hit for 7, down to 9, and I still can't kill him. So I potentially should have just left up Convolute there. I can go for a double block onto either of his guys here. If he has like a pump spell, I kind of get blown out, but I think I like going for it. I don't really need to use these mentors anyway. Let's go for it. If this trade works, I'm happy with it. Yeah, perfect. Four mana. Mutate onto this. So I have to discard a card. That doesn't really matter. And I can only mutate onto... I also forgot I can only mutate onto non-humans. Oh, now he gets that back and makes me discard a card. Alright. What do I want to discard? I could discard Ivy Elemental. Because if I draw land, I can just Cloud Piercer anyway. Alright, let's do it. Ooh. So now I can just kill this guy. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to Rock Slide this. Then hit for 5. That's the downside of Mutate. If your opponent has a removal spell, you can easily just get 2 for 1. He got he got his other Whisperer back, but now it might be too late. Like now he just casts a 5 mana 4/4 Menace. Sure. Ooh. Can't cast that yet. This already has flying, no reason to mutate this Heron. Now I can just attack with just this, leave up Convolute, and I'm in such a good spot. Because now he's dead to this, and if he has like a big creature to kill this, like the 6 mana 5/2 that gives -2/2, I can just Convolute it. So yeah, we were able to get there. Our opponent's deck was incredibly clunky too, so maybe that's why, but I'll see you in round 2. Well, welcome to round 2 here. Gonna keep the sand. If we draw lands, the sand is great. Look at this curve. Sprite Dragon to Raptor into Tigorilla. Sure. There we go. Right on schedule. The Sprite Dragon's not going to do anything for a while. Our deck is mostly creatures, but looks like we could be up against cycling. Could just not even deploy Sprite Dragon, but I think it's worthwhile. I think we can even draw another land. Let's just hit. No reason to stay back. Play Raptor into Tigorilla next turn. Let's see. This card is just a 2 mana 2/2. If he cycles, it deals 1 to us. I think blue-red is kind of like the cycling deck. Yeah, whenever you cycle a card, it gets +2/+0. So he's definitely just blue-red cycling. Like if he cycles that card now, it's going to deal a lot of damage to us. This is a first striker. Now I need to play Raptor, attack, and then if he stays back with anything, I can potentially mentor onto this, give it Menace and attack. So that's my plan. Now even if I don't draw land, it's good because I can go tap land plus mentor, so at least I have a decent play next turn. Oh wow, no attacks. Interesting. Now I can't even really profitably give this Menace right now. So instead, I think I'm just going to try to attack with Sprite Dragon. This might die. And then I'm going to play just Tigorilla. When you cycle that, put a flying counter on target creature you control. It's unfortunate because I don't have any tricks. I was probably hoping I'd like attack with both, but there's no reason to into that. Honestly, it could be worse. We just can't cast a non-creature spell, which sucks. So there's no way to pump our Sprite Dragon, but Just unfortunate. I wonder if I want to play Tigerilla or just play Mentor plus tap land. That might be better because then I can play Cloudpiercer next turn. Not really that interested in mutating this right now. And in fact, I am going to do this. Just going to play Mentor onto my Dinosaur. Play my Triome. Pass. And he cycled away his 4-mana 2/4 flying in order to do that trick. Oh man, Phoenix is a really good card. That's going to be tough. I can play my 5/4 reach, but that doesn't really deal with this at all. Maybe my plan to get around this now is just go attack with both. He'll probably trade here. Then he has a 4/4 flying. I'll just play a 4/4 Ivy Elemental, and then next turn I'll mutate onto this and make like, what is that, a 9/8, and then maybe just hit with that. I think that's my plan. Cost 3 to activate. Alternatively, I can play Tigerilla, give it Menace, and then activate Frail Mentor next turn. That does not seem as good. Alright. I'm just not going to have time to activate Mentor here. I'm just going to attack, he'll trade. The problem is if he has anything in hand, we just get like wrecked. But this is the line I have to take. I mean, mutating onto this Ivy Elemental is huge. Another problem is if we mutate onto this, we'll only have 13 power and he's at 14, so we don't have a lethal attack next turn. But we're still at 13 and he's just got a 4/4 flying first strike. So we might be alright. We also have this Tigerilla we can just play. Oh man, make a copy of Phoenix. That's good. Right, we get hit down to 9. We're still not technically dead yet. Another Cloudpiercer. Alright, well, I just stick with the plan, because this is just a token. So if he chumps the Ivy Elemental, he can't return this. This is just a token. It's just going to disappear if it goes to the graveyard. If he can cycle a card for 1 mana, do we get blown out? Actually, no. So we just mutate onto this. I guess I could have left up red in case we draw the 4 damage to a flyer. So now I put this over, because the counters will stay on. That's why Ivy Elemental is good in this format. Discard a card? Yes, I'll discard Island. There's Mountain, sure. Then I hit with both. And then he probably has to chump. Yeah. Sweet. Then he might have to chump again next turn. And I can just play a Cloudpiercer as a blocker. Alright, sure. Might attack. Plan on chumping this. But he might want to leave this back plus cycle up. We'll see. So he mutated. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, he mutated that onto Phoenix. Oh, so he's returning Mythos, getting another feather. So I think with this Phoenix, whenever you mutate, you get a feather. Yeah. Wow, he's attacking. So if we have a removal spell for this, he's just straight dead. Opponent playing it fast and loose. So he has to chump. And he can make a copy of Cloudpiercer here. I'm at 5. I mean, maybe even playing Tigorilla is better than Cloudpiercer because it has Menace. So I think I'm just going to attack with both. I have a 9-8 reach, but yeah, if I attack with both, he has to block the 9-8. And then by me playing a Menace creature, even if he plays the copy of creature, make a 9-8, I'm going to have 2 Menace creatures out. And then he still doesn't have lethal. So now I just play this, give it Menace. And then I have 2 Menace creatures that he has to block both of them or it's lethal, plus a 9-8. I'm just going to play Triome. No time to cycle at this game. Pass the turn. If we draw Ultimatum, we can't cast it, but it looks like this game isn't coming down to that. Damn. He Cloudpiercer onto that to make it a 5/4, and now we can hit for 5 and deal lethal to us. Good game. That was close. Could have played a Cloudpiercer there as a blocker. I may have gotten a little greedy, but I thought this was better to present more lethal threats than play the Cloudpiercer. Yep, GG's. That was a really close game. I thought we were gonna take that one, but we were just a little bit too slow. All right, definitely want both the shredded sails. Don't want weaponize the monster, blazing volley. Don't want turtle or of one mind. We're just gonna have to run it back. Monstrous Step seems pretty sick. Same with Genesis Ultimatum. Alright, let's go first. Let's play some 3-drops. Hit this hand. He mulligans to 6. Shredded Sails seems sweet in this matchup. Probably not even cycling it. We are essentially island tapped. Mountain Go. Suppose I could cycle Shredded Sails. Probably won't be able to use it for a while. Might be better just to draw the card now. Said I wasn't going to cycle, but I am. I just want to keep the cards flowing. Now I'm going to play Raptor. Then if he plays a creature, I can just Wingspan Mentor up the Raptor and give it flying. And then I can just mutate onto the... Oh no, I can't mutate onto a human. Keep forgetting that. Okay. It's a 2/3 first strike, so if I want to hit this turn, I have to Wingspan Mentor. Don't want to mutate onto this. Doesn't really give me much more power. I could just not attack and play Tigorilla and Menace this turn because it's more mana efficient. And then next turn play Cloudpiercer, then turn 6 play double Wingspan Mentor. That's an interesting line, but if I Wingspan Mentor now, I get to hit for 4. I like the Tigorilla line actually. This is slower, but it's putting like so much power into play every turn that I think it's better overall. I think it's like a little bit safer because next turn we're planning on just hard casting Cloudpiercer, having all these huge threats, and then we can start giving them flying even if we don't hit our 6th land. Alright, so when this attacks, it gains first strike, and then the second time it attacks, it gains double strike. Alright, there's another Cloudpiercer. So if I attack with this, he can double block and I can just trade for one of his guys. I mean, this double striker could be annoying. You probably can't even block Tigrealla that well anyway, because if I have any trick, he just gets blown out. Yeah. And now we just hard cast a good blocker. And we're in a good spot. If we draw a land, we can double Wingspan Mentor, hit for 9. If we don't, we can just play another Cloud Piercer. So that's a pretty good, I was going to say 3-4-5 curve for us, but it's almost like a 2-3-4-5 because this is like our 2-drop, 2-mana draw card. Yeah, no attacks. We draw a tap land. So I don't really have a good attack with Cloud Piercer because now he has cycling up for this. It's tempting to play another Cloud Piercer, but I think it's just so much better just to play a Mentor, even though it's not mana efficient. So I can just give our Cloud Piercer flying, hit for 5. No reason to play it risky. Oh, he can give something flying and cycle this, give it first strike. Wow. We just got blown out. There was no way for us to really play around that. The good news is, next turn we still have a pretty good line of play a second Mentor, maybe give like Tigrealla flying, activate this, give it +1/+1, and then start activating both Mentors, and we can just like quote unquote go off from there. We can also just play Cloud Piercer. Alright, he can attack. We're still at 22. Why isn't he attacking with his 3/3 first strike? Just wants to leave blockers back, I guess. Oh, Sea Dasher Octopus, that's a great card. Gonna have to kill him quick here. Wow, he just target creature fights target creature you don't control. So he just traded his Rumbler and his Gopher Blood for our Tigrealla. That doesn't seem that good to me. This is interesting. I'm thinking like I can go Wingspan Mentor, give our Frenzied Raptor flying, hit for 5, but I can also go Thieving Otter and then Wingspan Mentor, give our Otter flying, still hit for 5. Would I rather have my Otter have flying or my Frenzied Raptor? I think I'd rather have my Otter have flying. So that being the case, I'm just going to hit for 5. I can't even really play Cloud Piercer to block that because if he has any Cycler, I just have to chump with Cloud Piercer. It's not good enough. I need to just go for this race. So now I go Thieving Otter. And then Wingspan Mentor, give my Otter flying. And now hopefully I can keep the cards flowing as well as him. You can also choose to not attack, but I also have these Mentors out that I can start activating if I want. Okay, 5/5 haste. No attacks. Really interesting. So he's at 12. If I just attack with Otter, he has no blocks right now because he can't block with this. And then if he does, I can just double activate my mentors and give this +2/+2 and then eat his marmoset. And then if he can't block, so he won't, and then I'll just get to trigger Otter, draw a card. This has first strike still, right? Yeah. So now I just hit with Otter only. We can double activate. Yeah, no blocks. We get to draw for free. I don't activate because I can play Cloudpiercer. And I think I just will over Otter. Is it better to play Cloudpiercer or Otter activate? I think Cloudpiercer. And I don't want to mutate. Just going to play it. Pass the turn. Yeah, that's why Wingspan Mentor is good. The threat of activation there was enough where he couldn't block. Whenever you cast a non-creature, it gets +1/+1 counter. Sure. Looks like he doesn't have another cycling card, most likely. Ooh, Ivy Elemental. Now I don't have the best attack with DV Otter because if he has a cycler, he just gets to eat our Otter. Let's see. I can play a 6/6 Ivy Elemental though. Yeah, I think that's just what I'm going to do. I don't want to attack and get blown out by a cycling card. I don't think he has one, but I think if I do this, I'm just in a pretty commanding position. I'm still at 20. Just play a 6/6 Ivy Elemental. Pass the turn. The longer this game goes on, I think it benefits me. I'm also 1 green or blue source away from a ultimatum mana that I could draw at any point. Phoenix onto his Trampler, sure. It's interesting that he even mutates there. I have a lot of pressure. Ooh, I can give something Menace. Wow. That seems good. Like giving my 6/6 Menace seems really nice. If I give my 6/6 Menace, he can still bring back this Phoenix, but let's think about this carefully. If I give this 6/6 Menace and go attack with everything, what are his best blocks? He's at 10. So we can go like double block my 6/6, cycle, block my Cloudpiercer, take 2, 3, 4, 8. I think what I'm going to do is actually just go Frail Scale Mentor, give my Ivy Elemental Menace, play Otter, pass the turn, and just try to set up lethal for next turn. Seems like it's like kind of like cowardice to not go for an attack there, but I think this is better. He has only 3 blockers, so we're looking in really good shape to just send next turn. Now I'm not that scared of like anything he could blow us out with. Draw 4. Okay, well now I'm definitely going for a huge attack. I can't let this game continue on now. I think he's just dead. Wow, counter a creature spell. I think I'm just going to attack with all. I think that might even just be game. I don't think he has any great blocks. Like he has to double block this 6/6, and then he can only take 4 after that. Don't think he can survive here. That's why I took this slow line. I took like the slow line kind of like all game. Even from just going Raptor into Tigerilla rather than Raptor into Mentor, give Raptor flying. I think it worked out well. Just kept taking it slow, slow, slow. Now I think it's lethal. I just don't see any good blocks for him here. I guess he can take the IV Elemental, but it's going to be tough to survive. Yeah, this is lethal. Creatures your opponent controls get -2, -0. Have you guys have you ever seen somebody play this card? Wow. None of our otters hit. He takes 0 damage. Wow. That's the best hampering snare I've ever seen. Wow. I mean, I guess that card's playable with cycling, but Jesus. He's still in a little bit of a rough spot with me with this Essence Scatter, but he just drew 4 cards last turn. That was crazy. Symbiote, I think I'm going to let resolve. Can't believe he just survived that so easily. Okay, I'll let him loot, and then I'll just counter this Cloudpiercer Mutate. I cannot believe that. Crazy. That was pretty cool though. Again, that's like the best of this effect I've ever seen. Is he mutating this? I think he is. Onto what? It's hard to tell. I think targeting Poliwag. Make it as a 1/3 into a 2/3. And returning what? Hampering Snare? Wow. Yeah, that crushes us. Jesus. Now he's even just attacking. Wow, Hampering Snare just fucking wrecked us. But actually, did he just... I think he might have just killed himself. Because we can just go activate, activate. And then he can't block Ivy Elemental. Yeah, that's actually... We actually have lethal. I think our opponent just made a mistake here. Because now I just go activate. Activate. Hit for 6. And you can't block this Menace. You can't block this flying. And that's lethal. Whew! I can't believe that first hampering snare. That was like insane. And that was a great game. Yeah, I think our opponent just made a mistake there. He should not have attacked with all those. If he didn't, we were in a rough spot. Because we would have had to just like pass and then like double activate and try to go from there. But he could hampering snare every turn, probably with this Lord Drakus, which maybe we should have had in our deck. We just misclicked in the draft, but it is what it is. Alright, sideboard. That first game was super close too. Wow. I don't think we can do anything about him like regrowing at -2, -0. I don't think we want of one mind either. I think we just run it back. I was even thinking for a second that was game 3, but we got a little ways to go. Let's just cast a Genesis Ultimatum. Well, I say that, but our mana is really bad here. We basically just have Island. I'm gonna keep. We have Shredded Sails to draw a card. It's kind of rough, but I'll go for it here. Play this. Pass. Still an island forest. Could play Shredded Sails, but I'd rather get my red source into play. And keeping the Shredded Sails isn't bad as long as we're drawing lands, especially with the Sprite Dragon. Alright, he just draws 2, hits for 1. I'm fine with that. Land? No. Alright, so our options are either Sprite Dragon or Ivy Elemental for 2. If we Ivy Elemental for 2 and draw a land and then Moon Heron onto this, we make a 5-4 or 5-6 flying draw card. It seems worth it. If we don't hit, we can just start doing other stuff. I'm going to go for that. Again, this is why Ivy Elemental is good, because it's strong with Mutate. It's also why things like Stone Coil Serpent are strong with Mutate and Constructed. Oh wow, he gets of 1 mine back. Okay, so he's doing his value thing. But if we draw a land, we might be able to just get him with a 5-6 flying. Land, please. Really gotta hit land. Wow. We just got blown out on that. Was an insane turn for him. And then we missed on lands. Jesus. Alright, I'll play Otter. Pass. That was a rough sequence. Now he can draw 2 again. And then if he mutates onto Lord Drakus, he can just keep getting either Go for Blood or of 1 mine back. That's insane. And we missed on lands again. Alright. I'm not going to cycle. I'm just going to keep playing creatures. Yeah, now if he mutates onto that again, it's just so rough. We just have to start hitting lands, literally next turn. Mutate a second Lord Drakus onto that, so now he gets both of his spells back. The good news is he only has a 2/3. You can kill our Thieving Otter though. Oh man. We have no removal for that right now. It's gonna be tough. Just kills our Otter right here. Jesus. Sort of all in on this Lord Drakus. Man. I mean, I can cycle, try to draw a card. I think I'm just going to go Sprite Dragon. Hit for 5. It's certainly not great, but it's all I got at this point. Wow. Maybe I'm just underrating these effects have just never been good. Maybe this one is good, but I mean I can't indefinitely just play around it, so there's the F1 Mind, and we're just super dead here. He has so much mana. And mutating onto that, getting back 2 things. He gets back 2 things and creates the flying token. I suppose I won't concede yet. I can kill this Phoenix now, but I guess he can just get it back with Feather. Man. So we can Shredded Sails this and he just gets Phoenix back. That's not great either. I'll just hit for 1. He got back the -2, -0, and the Divination. Yeah, we're just super dead. Just didn't draw lands here. Didn't Shredded Sails there because I didn't want him to just end of turn get Phoenix back. Just gonna let him attack. I'll just take 4 actually, even pretty far behind in this game, so kind of have to get lucky here. Sure. Even though he can get Phoenix back, I need to try to kill it. Sure. He even has a mana up, unfortunately. Shredded Sails this, put a counter on our guy. Problem is we're at 10, and he's gonna have, he can just get Phoenix back with this feather. And even if we draw in now, yeah, there's Essence Scatter. Alright, I'm willing to pack it in now. We just didn't get there. That was a crappy way to lose, but really good match. The first 2 games were great. Let's go match 3 and see what we can do. Alright, welcome to round 3. We're against Question Muppet. And let's see if we can 2-1 this thing. Let's go. I choose to play first, but our hand is not showing up here. Alright, keep this hand. Actually, cycling onto this Frenzied Raptor seems like it could be a decent trick. Give our guy first strike, draw a card, maybe kill a blocker. If not, if we don't need to do that, just keeping this 6/6 seems fine. This seems like a good hand for our deck. I think overall this deck is just not good. It's just too clunky without enough 2-drops. But it's not the worst ever. We have some late game power. And our mid-range game isn't terrible, just considering we have so many 3-drops. I'm not going to Ivy Elemental for 1. I was thinking about it, but I just don't really see the need. We don't even have like good mutate creatures to go onto it yet. Just take it slow. Alright, sure. Just play Frenzied Raptor here. Our Ultimatum mana is looking good if we can draw that. The Simic? Simic mutate? Whenever a creature mutates, you put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and you gain 2 life. Okay. Sure. This first striker may come in handy here. Just gonna snap attack. See if he blocks. I'll just give our guy first strike. Yeah. So now we just cycle and then play a tap land. We eat his guy, draw a card, play a tap land, go. That was a good turn for us. We lose our 6/4 first strike, but we draw a card, we kill his guy. Definitely seems worth it to me. Next turn, I'll probably even just leave up Essence Scatter. I'll just wait on Ivy Elemental. I want it to be huge. Now we have a 4/2 first strike also, which is a lot better than a 4/2. Wow. Was that... I didn't even realize that he revealed the loot tree. Let's see. When did he do that? Did he reveal Lutri as his companion? He must have, because these other cards are in the revealed zone. But when did he reveal Lutri? He joined the game. I chose to play first. Maybe whoever's watching, maybe you saw it when I couldn't, but we keep our hands. There's no mention of revealing Mutri. So this just says each card in this deck has a different name, so you can't have any multiples, which is interesting for playing ground stuff. Any double Adventurous Impulse there. Okay. We're still in a decent position here. It's going to just say leaving up Essence Scatter is good, but I think playing a 4/3 Menace is also good. We know he has Mysterious Egg, which I'm not really scared of. And playing like a 2/2 Ivy Elemental doesn't seem good either. I think I'm just going to play... It's tempting just to play a 4/3. And I could get punished, but I'm going to go for it. 4/3 Menace, go. Menace is actually, I think, an underrated ability. It's pretty tough to block Menace creatures. Now next turn, we can either play a 5/5 Ivy Elemental or leave up Essence Scatter. Hopefully we draw like a 3 or a 4 drop and then can play that plus leave up Essence Scatter and then play Ivy Elemental. And hopefully it doesn't do anything too crazy here. I just thought adding to the board seemed better. Yeah, I'll take 3. I don't care about that. There's Egg. He played Forest. And he's mutating onto Egg. So he's making a 4/4. And when this creature mutates, create a 3/3. Wow. Card's good. So he paid 4 mana and you got a 4/4 and a 3/3 essentially. Oh, Rumbling Rockslide's a great draw though. Because I can kill his Gnar and then I have good attacks, I think, after that. Yeah, so I go Island. Let's see. Then I tap like this. I just Rockslide Gnar. Hit with both. And then leave up Essence Scatter and plan on playing a big Ivy Elemental next turn. So we're still in a good spot here. Yeah, he can trade. I'll just kill his 3/3 here. I guess I could have just attacked with Raptor there. That might have been better. It's tough to say. Ooh. How many creatures in graveyard? 3? So this is a 4/4 with a strong ability. It's unfortunate. I have to counter it. He might not have another play this turn though. Attack for 4 and nothing else? Okay, sweet. Okay, nice. That's a great draw. So I'm going to hit for 4, play a massive Ivy Elemental, and then next turn I can get my massive Ivy Elemental flying. So we just get blown out here. That sucks. Nothing we can do. At least we get to just play a huge dude, but not sure if that will be enough or not. Good news is he won't really have any attacks here, and then we have we can just give it flying, attack for lethal. If he has any way to like kill this or bounce it or anything, it's annoying for sure. Looks like he's blue-green splash white from all the cards he's played. Sudden Spinnerets. Just wrecked us. I guess he has a reach counter on this as well. But that's okay. Still just gonna play this now, I think. Just gonna not cycle right now. We don't even have any 1-drops. I think playing this is fine. Give that flying, and then hit. He can chump if he wants. And then all we can do is cycle Triome. He is going to chump. Wow. Man. Just getting wrecked here. It's not the worst ever for us. We still kill his guy and get his trick. Wow. Just getting blown out. All the tricks. Okay. So our guy just dies. I guess I'll just cycle this. I don't think I need to make him scared of a counterspell or anything. We're not that close to casting Ultimatum. Looter is really scary. Gotta draw something here. Convolute's not great potentially. I mean, not great right now unless he plays something huge, which he might do. I guess we have green, green, blue, blue, red, red, red. So we need one more blue. Taking 3. And anything he casts, I'm just going to counter here. Sure. We just can't fall any farther behind. Alright. I guess I'll just get Menace. I meant to tap 1 island, but I misclicked. Not sure if that'll matter. This looter is definitely a problem as well. Man, all those tricks really got us this game. Did not think he'd be able to deal with our 6/6 flying. Wasn't going to play around like double trick. Alright, mutate onto that. That's good. Lutri copying Adventurous Impulse was pretty sick. You can loot with Reader here if you want. Wow, Parcel Beast. Wow, our opponent's deck is pretty sick. Mutating onto the Lutri. Interesting. If he mutated onto this, he would have drawn a card. I guess he didn't want to because he wants to activate Parcel Beast. Hey, well, can't block. We're at 4, opponent at 12. I was going to say, not Ultimatum there, please. Flash, Reach, Trample. So we're not just dead, but we're pretty close to it. If we draw Ultimatum, we can cast it. I just don't know if that's going to be enough. So I think he just put a card into his hand. Blood Curl. Wow. So he's on the double splash. Alright, we go to 1. Vivian. So this makes 3/3s and he can cast creatures on the top of his library. You can make a 3/3 reach, vigilance, or trample. And when you cast your next creature this turn, search your library for a creature with convert mana cost, put it onto the battlefield. I mean, yeah. Definitely not winning this game here. Now even if we draw Ultimatum, I don't think we can get out of this. If we draw it, I'm definitely going to cast it. Otter. GG's. Those tricks just wrecked us. That was a good game, though. This format's pretty fun. Alright. We're against kind of like Simic mid-rangey type deck. Do I want the Of One Mind? I don't think so. And our deck is just still clunky. Like, what are we cutting? Like a Convolute? I think we want that. Maybe Shredded Sails, like, isn't that great? Sure. I don't think Turtle is very good. He's going to get a lot of value just out of, like, mutating. I don't think we just want to just block. Let's go. Let's turn it around. Alright, we're on the play. Keep this hand. Play our tapped blue-green land. Probably just going to cycle this Shredded Sails again here. And this Wingspan Mentor is just not looking good. It's unfortunate. True land and Tigorilla for turn. Playing Mentor here really doesn't do anything. So I'll just get Elemental down while I can. 3 mana 2/2 is not ideal, but if we draw a mutate creature later, we can mutate onto it and make a fatty. Probably just playing Tigorilla next turn, then probably into Monstrous Step. We may even go Monstrous Step, no creatures block, and then try to get 3 damage with it. Still just going to go Tigorilla here. It's the most mana efficient. Don't even really want to attack into like a trick he might have. He showed a lot of tricks. So I'm just going to play Tigorilla, give it Menace. Can pass. I don't think getting 2 damage in is worth just losing my IV Elemental to a trick when he won't be able to do anything otherwise. Just going to play around that. Next turn I can go Mentor plus Sprite Dragon. And then the turn after that, Monstrous Step. Get in for a bunch of damage. So that's my plan. We haven't really drawn Ultimatum much at all. Albeit it would be hard to cast most of the times if we had drawn it, but come on, so fun to cast that. So discard this 3/4 mutate. And he had a trick. So the attack was good. I guess that wouldn't have killed our IV Elemental, but it's fine. So this is a Flash Aura, -2, -7, loses all abilities. So it's a 2/3, no abilities now. Sure. So he can give his guy Trample. Oh no, he can't because it's only non-human. But that's a 3/3. Sure. I can still get in for a fair amount of damage here. I'm going to play Mountain. Gonna go Sprite Dragon. Not gonna Monster Step kill this 3/3 here. I don't think I need to. Now do I want to Wingspan Mentor onto my 2/3 or onto my Ivy Elemental? Suppose onto my Ivy Elemental. Now if he plays any big creature, I can just essentially kill it with Monster Step. Just put that here. I can also start activating Wingspan Mentor, and then both of these creatures have flying right now. So I can start pumping both of them. So that's actually pretty good. Also, Monster Step pumps our Sprite Dragon, so we can't forget about that. He can loot with Reader here. Gotta also watch out for the +1/+3 reach card. Well, there you go. I even saw it last game. I was thinking it was 2 mana, but I mean, this card's just good against us. And these tricks are just really, really killing us. Trading like 1 mana for 3 there is brutal. So much tempo lost 2 for us. Now he has this 1/2 reach. Brutal. Hopefully he like somehow mutates onto this and doesn't attack, so we can just like get a 2-for-1 somehow. It looks like that's not going to be the case. Okay. Well, we can play Of One Mind for 1 mana. So that seems great. Just start with that. And then trigger this. Don't even really need to Monster Step yet. I could. If I like Monster Step here, make this have to block, at least he can just tap it. He can tap either of his creatures. Could Monster Step here, hit for 10. I think I'd rather just play Rugged Highlands. Attack for 2. He can't have multiple spells with the same name, right? Because he has a Lutri. The companions are busted. Just going to attack for 2 here and then activate Wingspan Mentor. He has a 1/2 reach. I guess he could have another trick. Could also just not attack. You could have the +3/+3. Now I'm thinking maybe I just wait. I don't want to lose my Sprite Dragon to that. Also don't want to play Scared. But he's not playing a creature here. I'm just going to pass. I can just start activating this. Like, yeah, maybe he didn't have it, but he has a fair amount of cards in hand, and I can't just let him just, like, use his mana efficiently and kill our guy. Okay, Farfinder, it's fine. He's going to get Island here, maybe Plains. Yeah, Plains, plays it, sure. See if I can pacifism. Essence Scatter. It's actually a really good one. Just don't really care about like killing this 3/3. just not doing that much. Alright, since I have Essence Scatter up, I'm just going to go activate now, hit for 4. And then I have Essence Scatter up. And Monstrous Step, maybe just to kill him at some point soon. Loot, sure. Discard another forest. Now my Sprite Dragon's getting big enough where it might be hard for him to deal with. Don't want to see Pacifism or Removal Spell on my Sprite Dragon. That'd be worst case. Swallow Whole and Lutri. Well, I'll just counter the Lutri, although my Sprite Dragon still is going to die. Nothing I can do about it. Swallow Whole is good. Maybe even though I was saying this card is good, maybe I even slightly underrated it. Another land. It's not good. Now we just need to draw Ultimatum to win, I think. Let's see. He can still loot with Reader. I can Monster Step, kill his 3/3 now. Although, like, how good is that? Just doesn't seem great. Man, Lutri, just a free card, it's insane. Especially when we're a little flooded like this. Let's see. Just wonder if using my Monster Step to like kill a 3/3 is worth it. I mean, I could even just cycle. I feel like I just have to do this. I guess I give this +7/+7. This creature blocks it. Yeah. I mean, it's not looking good. If we top deck Ultimatum, we could win for sure. Otherwise, it's going to be rough. It's just a bad removal spot at this point. That's why this card's a little situational, but when it's good, it's great. You can also just win the game by giving a flyer +7/+7. Definitely play a land there. So Looter's just wrecking us. It's discarded 3 lands. Mutate onto that, sure. We weren't going to be able to Monster Step that anyway because he can attack. Opponent with 3 cards in hand now. Cycle this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Alright, well we can cast this next turn. I'll play Island. Not sure if that will matter. Hopefully this hits big. It's not even that insane in our deck. We don't have like any fatties that will just like win the game on their own. Vivian? Yep. Shit. That's even like just better than Genesis Ultimatum almost. Alright. Come on, Ultimatum, what you got? Make a 3/3 reach. And that would have been a nice one to hit off this, but we'll just slam this Ultimatum here. And we hit 5 permanents. Okay. Put them all into the battlefield. And then I get to put a flying counter on something. I suppose I'm just putting it onto my Cloud Piercer. I could put it onto my Thieving Otter. This already has reach. I suppose I'm putting it onto my Thieving Otter. I don't get to discard a card with this Cloud Piercer now, unfortunately. I think I'm going to mutate onto it still, though, right now. Put it over. And pass. This Vivian is still going to be tough to deal with. Like we hit 5 cards off that ultimatum, and it's probably still not enough. It's crazy that like a 7 mana put the top 5 cards of your library onto the battlefield is just probably not going to be enough here. We'll see. Maybe it will be. He's just making 3/3 reaches every turn. That's the problem. Our Cloud Piercer Otter is not even that great, honestly. These Wingspan Mentors can only give our Cloud Piercer Otter +1/+1 by activating them. We don't really have anything left in library. Wow, he's minusing Viv. So when you cast your next one, you can search your library for a creature with a lesser converter mana cost, put it onto the battlefield. So you can search this library for a 2 or 1 drop and put it into play. Just seems worse than plussing it to me. I guess he gets to shuffle his library. Oh. Yeah, he gets Fiend Artisan. Yeah, that's really good. Never mind. Our opponent's deck is pretty sick. Again, I think our deck is bad, but this draft has still been super fun, and like last match was close. This match honestly wasn't that close. We're kind of getting wrecked. Still got to cast Ultimatum though. Still think plussing Vivian would have been better there, just getting Vivian at higher loyalty. I don't think there was any real reason to have to minus to get this out ASAP. No attacks. Sure. Alright, there's Heron. So I think I'll just Heron onto a Wingspan Mentor. Oh no, I can't because it's a human. Duh. Keep forgetting that. So if I Heron onto Ape, each creature gets -2/-7, loses all abilities. Mutating onto the creature won't give it new abilities. It can gain new abilities in other ways. Right. It's good it has that reminder text there, because I wasn't sure how that worked. So I can mutate below Cloud Piercer, and I can draw a card. If it's a land, I can loot it away with Cloud Piercer. I guess that's what I have to do. Cast with Mutate, I guess, onto here. And I'm going to be putting it below, because I want the stats of the creature on top. Put it under. And now I want to draw a card first, so I'll put this other trigger onto the stack first, because if I draw a bad card, I can loot it away. Yeah. So now I can discard this land. Yes. Discard, draw. Channeled Force doesn't do anything. That's why this card's not great, I think. We'll be able to draw 1 card next turn with it if we want. But I don't think I can really attack. I'll just leave out double Wingspan activation. Pass the turn. Channeled Force, again, literally doesn't do anything. I can deal 0 damage and draw 0 cards. Man, that looter just being out all game just really gave us the biz. I suppose I could have just played Moon Heron 3/4 flying and not drawn a card. But getting the double mutate trigger there was huge. We got to draw a card and loot. And give our Cloudpiercer flying. But maybe having a separate flyer plus a 5/4 flying, 5/4 reach blocker would have been better. I still could have double activated Wingspan Mentor. Dealing with this Vivian's going to be tough, though. I'm not sure we can. Maybe our opponent makes a mistake, or I guess we can potentially Channeled Force something. So he gets a 3/3 reach. Let's look at these new little tokens, like on the cards. Like this one gives reach. That one gives Menace. That one gives flying. They're pretty cool. They make it easier to see what's going on for sure. These are +1/+1 counters. I like the location of the counters too, kind of off to the side. He definitely didn't have any attacks on his Vivian or anything. Just plan on double activate here. He's probably trying to decide if he has any attacks. I don't think he does really, because I can block some stuff with the Wingspans and use these Cloudpiercers to block and then activate Wingspans. He could have a trick, but maybe he's thinking what he can Fiend Artisan for. The opponent also doesn't have that much time left. It's kind of silly. We just cast Ultimatum and like we're still losing by a lot. Yeah, he's just going too wide here. Just too much value. Maybe we can make a huge flyer and give it Menace or something. But we're only at 12 also. And he has a lot of power. I'm not going to concede, but it's looking bad. It's looking rough. We were never able to use this Channeled Force. It seems like it could be good in certain situations, like when you have a bunch of lands in hand. But, oh wow, Fross is insane here. Gets a tap a Cloudpiercer, it doesn't untap. I mean, now we can just attack with all, right? Oh, he doesn't attack? Insane. Like, what's he waiting for? Put some counters on our guys, draw. Triome, I'll just cycle. Playing that's not going to accomplish anything. Channeled Force, we can deal 1 to something in loot right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Doesn't seem good. I guess I'll hold it in hand. Pass. Or we might just be dead. Maybe he won't attack though. Our opponent also with 10 cards in library. So maybe either he makes a mistake or somehow decks himself. I doubt it though, he seems to be playing pretty carefully. Alright, he's looting. This is just like drawn 5 cards this game or something. I like this this design of this card a lot. How it's not an artifact, it's just a colorless 3-mana 1/1 vigilance, Pilgrim's Eye essentially. Plus the art is pretty sick. Moonhair, another cool card. Yeah, so now he figured it out. So we have 4 blockers. We can deal 1 damage. So if we go block, 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 we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I guess we might not be dead. Block. 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 What if I block like this? 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I can't block like that. So what if I block here? And I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this is attacking too. Yeah, it's lethal. I can't. Well, I suppose I should have channeled Force before blockers, which I'll try to do, but I don't know what I can draw into. I guess I just channeled Force him. Wait. Target player draws X cards. That's us. And one target creature or planeswalker. I'll just choose. Doesn't matter. Vivian. Discard 1. We get to draw 1. And I think we sat it out the second Shredded Sails. But maybe we draw into something that does something. I mean, he could have just attacked last turn. We draw Mountain. GG's. We'll just let the damage happen. One and 2. Definitely not the best deck, but it was still fun nonetheless. Hope you enjoyed the content. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see you then.